Let's understand self management skill in EYP and PYP, how exactly we can nurture this approaches to learning skill in our respective classrooms. There are few strategies which can be implicitly taught to the students and explicitly implemented, which will give them the scope to develop this. So, moving ahead, when we look at organization, which focuses on managing the time, managing the task effectively. These are the few things listed down here which the students can be encouraged to do based on their age level in different grades. So, plan a short term and a long term task for them. They can set their goals that are challenging and realistic. We can use time effectively. So these are basically the various things which we can teach our students. And how that can be done, here are a few strategies explicitly and implicitly how we can maintain this. So, implicitly maintain an organized classroom environment to set an example, allow students to develop their own organizational system with teacher support, explicitly teach students how to use planner, checklists, time management tools, use visual schedules to help young learners plan their day, model and guide students in goal setting exercise. So when we do all these things, indirectly and directly the students are trained how to develop, imbibe and then execute the organizational skills. Let's move ahead. Mindfulness. This is another sub skill under self management skill, that is managing the state of mind. So, teaching the students some breathing exercise, some breathing techniques for relaxation, giving them some quiet time, mindfulness time in the day during the classroom, having some sensory corners in your classroom, focus signals in your classroom like soft music, wind chimes, or um, visual timers. This can help them learn and develop and then exhibit the mindfulness strategies in their life as well. So, encourage students to take mindful pause before responding to challenges. Create a calm down corner where students can self regulate their emotions. Moving ahead, perseverance. This is one more sub skills under self management skill. Now there are various things which are listed down here under each sub skills. What you can do is select a few based on the age level of the students, divide them and bifurcate them across your entire primary section and try to achieve it. Achieving by modeling, achieving by teaching, achieving them by giving them opportunity to experiment and learn, and then that becomes their lifestyle. So coming back to perseverance, here is what the students can do is encourage student to keep on saying the phrases like I can try a different way, mistakes help us learn, storytelling sessions with books can happen, think parent share can be done, celebrate efforts rather than um, the final product, encourage students to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process as well. So you can teach them to introduce some problem solving strategies. You can encourage them to document their learning, journals, some reflective journals they can have. They can celebrate their efforts over outcomes. They can model positive self-talk and provide scaffolding challenges that pushes students to persist. So these are the few things which every grade level HRT should be doing so that the students develop self management skills. Now another domain, another sub skill under the self management skill is emotional management. How do we teach? Have some emotional check-ins in your classrooms during the day. um, you can also do role play, have some countdown, calm down strategies, introduce them to it, introduce you can have a complaint box in the classroom where they can write their concerns, they can share whatever they feel in their mind. Anti-bullying discussion should happen using puppet stories and classrooms so that students become kind and empathetic towards each other. Conduct social emotional learning sessions in your classroom. to resolve conflict, teach them I can statement for expression, model calm and composed behavior yourself first, provide them space and time to self regulate before addressing a situation. So, these are the different strategies which, as a teacher, you can start implementing, start teaching, show them how to use it, show them how it will help them to grow as a new personality. Now we are coming at self motivation. This is also one of the sub skill under self management skill. How can we do that? Create a supportive classroom, divide the rules, make some essential agreements, distribute the responsibilities, calm them down, incorporate student led conferences, use affirmation exercise, teach students to set personal goals. So when you do all these things, they are being trained, they are being exposed to different ways, and then later on they will be well versed with the tools to self regulate and self motivate themselves. Resilience, let's practice that as well. Manage setback, we have to teach them to teach the students how exactly they'll be managing setbacks, some problem solving circles, some journals and reflections, some real life examples and stories to be shared with the students. Guide students to reflect on their setbacks and identify ways to move forward. It's okay to commit mistake. This kind of attitude we will have to develop among our students. Facilitate class discussion on resilience and overcoming obstacles. Share your personal stories with them. Allow students to experience safe struggles by giving them challenging tasks with support. Provide peer support opportunities. Teach them, if stuck, whom to ask, whom to approach. All these things are life skills which we need to teach our students. So what is basically the teacher's role? Is teacher's role is first to model herself self management behavior. Let students see us setting the goals, us organizing the task, and us handling our own emotions. When they see us doing it, they learn from us. Use positive reinforcement to acknowledge a small success in your classroom. Provide safe space for students to regulate their emotion. Foster independence through structured choice and possibilities. So it's your duty to explicitly, directly teach, guide, model self management strategies, and implicitly embedded it in your lesson, in your learning engagements, and create an environment expectation which will make them a healthy individual. That was all about self management skill. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll come in the next video picking up another skill and then discussing sub skills about it. Until then, happy learning. Please teach your students, please model it. Thank you.